Welcome to the Glenhurst ArTeach video series. In this episode, Glenhurst Education Coordinator Mercedes Schuster shows us how to make quick and simple kids' art projects from home with things you already have. Okay, Mercedes, so we have all these fun things here together to make a craft with kids that you can do at home with things you already have. So what's the plan here today?
So today we're going to do mug marbling. We're going to take a plain white ceramic mug and we're going to dunk it in water with some nail polish mixed in it. And we're going to end up with a really cool one-of-a-kind mug.
Oh, it's so neat. I'm so excited. It's going to look awesome. So can you put that in the dishwasher?
Not unless it's covered with dishwasher safe Mod Podge.
Okay, so just wash it by hand.
Yep.
Okay, let's get started.
Okay. In our bowl, we've already got warm water in here, so we can choose some colors to mix in. I'll let you choose colors.
I'm going to choose glitter every time. So I feel like we should have a base color. You pick one and I'll pick one.
Okay.
Okay. This one. Right.
Okay.
And what do you do?
Shake them.
Okay.
And then you want to work fairly quickly with this.
Okay.
So make sure that the lids are off. Brush is kind of out of the way.
Oh, you're going to pour it right in. Okay,
yeah, so you just
going to put the brush in.
No, so just pour it in.
Okay.
And then you can either dunk it like that, or you can take a toothpick and swirl it around a little bit.
Okay. Like really fast?
Nope, just gently swirl.
Okay. Just gentle. I gotcha. So mix the glitter into the... So are we going to dip this more than once, or do you have to dip?
You can dip a couple times, depends on how much actually picks up.
Okay.
So then take your mug. So when you're dipping, just make sure that you're not actually dipping around where you would put your lips. Because you don't want to touch nail polish.
Don't drink nail polish.
Yeah.
Not a great idea.
And then, do you want to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
why don't you go first? Because I feel like you're the expert here.
Okay. So I'm going to hold it at the top. Dunk it in. Give it a little bit of a swirl. And pull it out.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. And I'll just like collect the rest of what's here. So mine got kind of chunky. Is that okay?
Yeah, so that was just the thicker part. If we swirled a little bit more.
Like
Yeah.
you can swirl it. Keep going.
Well, it's already on. And that's it. So then these have to sit and dry for a little bit. And when you're finished, you would end up with something like this.
Oh, beautiful.
And we can do a coat of Mod Podge on that.
Kids must love this because it's colorful.
Yeah, yeah.
What else makes this a really great project for kids at home?
It's a really fun one to do at home because the colors that come up on this are really, really vibrant. They're always really fun. And the kids get to choose whatever colors they want to do. Everybody's got some nail polish hanging around at home. So it's an easy craft to do. Just grab a mug and kids are in control of the colors they choose. And it's always fun to see the different designs that come up when you dunk it.
Yeah, that's got to be so fun. And I think it's a great like second use of a promotional mug. I feel like we all have this at home. So what age of kids is like this perfect for?
I think it's great for every kid.
Yeah?
Yeah. Little kids love it because they like the process of dunking it and seeing the crazy colors that come out. Even older kids, it makes a really nice keepsake as a mug, or it makes a really nice gift for somebody.
Oh, such a good gift because you could never make the same gift twice.
Yep, exactly.
That's awesome. Well, that was really quick and fun. How long does this take to dry? How long should you leave it?
Probably a day or two to leave it to dry. It is a very quick process, but it's kind of fun that way because if you just need something really quick to keep kids occupied, it's a really easy one to do.
And they feel super accomplished that they made something totally unique.
Yes.
How easy is cleanup in this process?
It's very simple. You just want to make sure that you don't actually just dump this right down the drain if there's any nail polish left over. Yeah. So,
something I would do.
So you take a toothpick and just swirl it around and collect those extra little pieces of nail polish that are floating around. And then you're good to dump the water.
So borax crystals, I'm super excited about this. How do we do this?
This is a really fun one. It does take a little bit of patience because you don't see the results right away. But it is fun to watch them grow over several days. So to start off with, we're going to choose a color of a pipe cleaner. That'll determine the color of your crystal.
Green.
Okay. I'm going to go with purple.
Oh, awesome.
So what you do with your pipe cleaner is just shape it into whatever shape you want your crystal to end up in. So you could do a star, you could do a heart, circle.
Let's try a heart.
Just kind of swirl them together.
Okay. So all sorts of shapes, I guess. Could you do more than one pipe cleaner for one project?
You could make a really, really big crystal. It'll just take longer to grow.
Oh, nice. So this is a nice practice in patience for the littler ones.
It really is, yeah, especially waiting for them to grow.
I love that this is like half science experiment, half arts and crafts.
Mm-hmm. If you want to just make it as a crystal, we can just dunk it like this. Okay. Or if you want to turn it into a necklace, just take a little piece of thin wire and loop that on and twist the edges.
Okay. And then you want to have the loop above. Okay. So what kind of wire is best to use? Were these paper clips?
No, you could use paper clips, but just any really thin gauge wire that you can find even at the dollar store. Pick that up.
Okay, so we have our loops on. What's the next step?
So now we have to mix our borax solution.
Great.
So.
And now borax you can just get at the grocery store, or where do you find it?
Yep, grocery store. Anywhere where you can buy some cleaning supplies. Great. You can find borax. So you want to make sure that your water is very, very hot because that will dissolve more borax than cold water. And just start scooping it in. And basically you want to saturate the water with borax, and you'll know when that happens when the borax stops dissolving.
Oh, great. Okay.
So I'm going to start with about 3 scoops and then just start mixing it.
And now I assume it's best to do this in a clear vessel so that you can see where your crystals are at.
Yep. It's better in a cleared. Yeah, it's more fun to watch them like that than trying to peer in and down.
Peer into something, for sure. And I feel like most of the joy is in watching the crystals grow over time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and then deciding when it's finally done.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah.
So is that enough?
Yeah, so once you see that there's actually borax starting to settle at the bottom,
okay,
that means the water is fully saturated with borax and you're good to start.
Oh, great. Okay, so string and sticks, I assume, is what we need.
Yep, string and skewers.
Great.
So tie one in onto your pipe cleaner.
Okay, and I assume when you tie these on, you want to get the length right, so that it's kind of suspended in the middle of the water.
Yeah, you don't want your pipe cleaners to be touching the sides of the cup at all there. So what I usually do is I just kind of hold it in like this, give it a few little dunks to make sure that there are no air bubbles. And then find the right height.
And now, can they touch each other, or do you need a vessel big enough that they should kind of be on their own?
They shouldn't be touching each other because then the crystals will grow together.
Oh, okay.
Potentially. And that's it. Then we just leave them. So put them off in a place that they're not going to get disturbed or bumped into. Okay. And then every day just come back and check how they're growing.
Okay, so obviously we can't see what these look like right now because we have to wait. So you have some finished products here. So tell me what happens at the end here.
Yeah, so once it's all done, we pull these out and you get something that looks like this. We've got a few other finished ones. These are a really, really fun project for kids because it's kind of mixing a little bit of art and science together. Learning about crystals and the growth of crystals, how long they take to form. And yeah, this one you can leave for up to a week and the crystal will just keep getting bigger and bigger.
Okay, that was so fun. So next, what's up?
We're going to be doing some crafts with coffee filters, making different animals.
Awesome, let's do it. Okay, so we have lots of stuff on the table. What do we need for this project?
So this one we need coffee filters. We've got washable markers. You have to make sure that they're washable, not permanent. We've got a few pipe cleaners. We've got some sequins and beads, googly eyes, hot glue gun. And then we've got, you can use a baking sheet or a casserole dish like this just so we can put our coffee filters into while they're drying. And then just some water, scissors. That's about it.
And so it looks like we're going to make a few different things. What are the projects on the table today?
Yeah, so we're going to do a few projects that are theme-based with our coffee filters. So we're going to make coffee filter butterflies, coffee filter bats, and coffee filter snowflakes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first step, I assume, is dyeing the filters.
Yes.
Okay. So how do we do that?
Yep. So why don't we start with a snowflake coffee filter. So for snowflakes, you just need one coffee filter. There we go.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
So I'll get one there.
Yeah.
And we're going to dye them in the pans.
Yeah, but first we have to color them. So we can just color them around the table. So flatten them out a little bit.
First.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep. So you can choose your colors. Again, make sure that they're washable markers. Otherwise, the colors won't bleed very nicely.
And so this is for the snowflake.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go with. And do you just draw right on it?
Yeah. So you can experiment with different patterns, different designs, and color combinations
Awesome.
because you're not going to see what you're actually coloring once it's finished.
My name is Avery, so I'm going to put a bunch of A's on mine.
So the more color you put on, so when you're coloring these, you want to leave a little bit of white space so that the colors have room to bleed.
Okay. And how much color? Do you want most of the coffee filter to have color on it?
Most of it should be colorful. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of white space on your snowflake when it's done. This is a fun one for kids to do because it's a little bit random and you're always surprised for what you're ending with.
What I love with all of these projects, how every single one is going to turn out differently. No one will have the same project.
All right. So now that you're finished, you've got your coffee filter all colored. We're going to put it in our pan.
Okay.
And yep, I'll need water.
Great.
So for this, you can either use a spoon or if you have a little eyedropper, then that works as well. Basically, you want to get your coffee filter wet, but you don't want to saturate it.
Okay. And that's why they have to be washable markers.
That's right. So they'll start bleeding. So just make sure that your coffee filter gets...
Does it have to get completely wet?
Yep, every spot gets wet.
Great.
So you can already see the color starting to bleed a little bit.
Great. Love that. I am slow.
Awesome. All right. So then we have to leave these to dry.
Okay.
You can either put them in a warm, sunny location or you can put them in the oven on very, very low temperature.
Perfect. I assume with parental guidance.
Yes. All right. So now that they're wet, we can just put these aside and we're going to continue with our dry one.
Wonderful.
All right. So now that we've got our dry coffee filters, we're going to fold them in half and then fold them into thirds. And then we're going to fold them once more in half. So now I've got a really thin cone. All right. And then all you do is just grab your scissors and start cutting out little patterns.
Okay. And cut on the folded side, right?
Yep. Folded side, you can even cut the edge too to make it really pretty. I always loved doing this as a kid.
Now, how much do you want to cut out when you make a snowflake?
That's up to you. It depends on what your final design is going to look like. You can experiment a little bit. You can cut out little semicircles, little half hearts, triangles. It's a good project for younger kids too, to be able to work on their cutting skills.
Their scissor skills, yeah. Okay. I hope it looks cool. I wanted it to have hearts everywhere. Beautiful. I love
got
it.
the hearts.
That's awesome. I love the tie-dye.
I ended up with a flower inside of mine. I love the surprise when you do these. You never know what you're going to find.
Okay, so that was really fun, and what a wonderful, like, cheery winter thing to do. And you could just keep doing it, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Once you get started, it's hard to stop. So you end up with a ton of snowflakes, but it's fun because it's a great little project that all you need is a coffee filter and some markers, and you end up with a unique snowflake every single time.
Okay, so for the butterfly, what do we need?
So for butterflies, we're actually going to use 2 coffee filters when you're coloring. So just 2 stacked on top, color your design. We'll do the same process to get them wet that we did for our snowflakes.
Perfect.
And we've got 2 dry ones to work with now.
And they should match, right?
Yes, they
Same
should.
kind of coloring.
Yep.
Great.
So all you're going to do with these is fold them into an accordion.
And how wide? Does it matter?
Nope. You can experiment a little bit with the width and see what looks nice on your butterfly.
So it doesn't matter how thick, like mine were kind of like thicker folds and yours are thinner. Does it matter which way you do it? Should you do one, like, is it going to have a better butterfly spread if it's thinner?
If it's thinner, it'll just be a little bit fluffier.
Okay, so I assume that's what the pipe cleaners are for now.
Yep, so we've got our folded coffee filter. We're going to choose a pipe cleaner color.
Okay, I'm going to choose orange.
Okay, I'm going to go with green, and we're going to cut these in half. So one part's going to be for your body, and one part will be for the antenna.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So hold these together.
Yep, hold them together and wrap your pipe cleaner around the center.
These are going to be so lovely. Just like adding tie-dye to already the beauty of a butterfly, I feel like is such a good plan.
All right, and then we'll take the other half of the pipe cleaner Put it through.
Beautiful.
And then you can either wrap it around your finger, you can wrap it around a little pencil.
Here, I'll use the little dropper.
And then just open up.
Oh, I see what you're saying about it being fluffier with the little, with the smaller folds.
And that's it. All right, so our coffee filter bats. So we're going to take coffee filter, we fold it in half before we color it.
Oh, before we color it.
Before we color it, yeah.
Okay.
And we're going to color just one side of the coffee filter, put it in our pan so we can get it wet the same way as we did with the snowflakes and the butterflies.
Great.
So now I've got a dry one to work with. All we're going to do for this one is fold it in half once more.
Okay.
And we're going to take our scissors and we're just going to cut out semicircles so we can make that scalloped wing for the bat.
Okay. Oh, I'm doing the circles the wrong way.
Oh, that's okay. It looks more like a butterfly
Okay.
now.
Okay, hold on.
Yep, got to do the other way.
So you want to do the circles like into the,
Yeah.
in and out. Okay, got it. I see, so it's got pointy edges. Okay, like that?
Yep. Okay, so then I'm going to open them up again.
Ooh, they do look like little bats.
Yeah, and it's starting to take shape.
Love it.
So then all we need for this one is a clothespin. And you're going to start from the bottom and just
Scrunch.
scrunch it in.
Ooh, I feel like mine's getting all folded up. Is there a perfect way to do this?
No. Once it's in, then you can start to flatten it out. Yeah, adjust your wings.
How's that?
Perfect. Yeah. So then from here, you can decorate your clothespin. You can use some googly eyes, which you've got, and put some rhinestones, glitter. You can paint the clothespin if you want.
I can think of nothing cuter than a bat with rhinestones. Well, maybe there's cuter things. Okay, hold on. Any project where I can put rhinestones on something, I'm in.
Okay, you can get some little googly eyes and we'll glue those onto the top.
Okay, and then I assume the most responsible person in the room gets the glue gun.
Yes, they should.
So that's you.
So you just need a little dab in the middle there.
Could you do this with just, like if kids were doing a project alone, could you do this with just normal glue or do you?
You could use white glue. It would just take a little bit to dry.
These are so cute. Adorable. I see how these are your favorite. You're right.
Oh yeah,
They're cuter than butterflies.
they are.
I think it'd be so cute at Halloween. You could like make a little garland with the clippy bats.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Get a little piece of string and just pin them up.
Or just like clip them into the window. Yeah. Adorable. These are all such fun projects.
Yeah, these are great. They're super easy for kids to make. You don't have to be a professional artist to make these, but you end up with some really, really beautiful little projects when you're done.
And I love how they're all super functional. You can use the mug and you can wear the borax crystals and you can decorate with your coffee filters.
Oh yeah, they would make really great little presents too.
If you enjoyed this episode, please click the subscribe button below. Give us a like or visit our channel for more videos in the Glenhurst ArTeach series. You can also stay up to date with everything Glenhurst at glenhurst.ca.